Okay, let's go into our accounts. Yes. Let it check our accounts and fill up our APIs. Okay, done. So we want to go into GPN tools and oops. Oh, the reason that I'm not cutting and pasting it, folks, is I've already got the URL that we're going to use. Say, but normally I would. Oh. There we go. This is probably one of the faster places that things will run. So we're going to go ahead and create. Sometimes you may save and load. I'm not going to do that today on this one. But it's fairly rapid in its creation. And you want to keep the names exactly the same so when you look for them in the search form, it'll pull them up. So there we go. We're all set. We're going to go to Google Sites. We're going to, now first we're going to rename our pages. And we'll get rid of a few as well. Imports. Save it. We're going to delete. Oops, I messed that up, didn't I? So we're going to delete that. Delete that. Delete that. Okay. So we end up with a 5-page site once we edit all the names. So we'll go and we'll save that. I think that's one of the questions most people would ask. So it's a keyword that basically you want to definitely have. Let me pause the video for a second. Okay, as you can see, we're starting to collect our images now. We have our pages named. So this is probably the longest part of the process right here, getting images. You have to have them. So it's actually the longest part of the process. I don't know why. Maybe it's part of AI that needs to improve. But it'll take 4 or 5 minutes, so 4 minutes anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. Okay, that was about 4 minutes, so it took its time. But we got some good pictures. So the next step is I go back to my pages. We're going to take our header and footer. So that's a little dark. Let's go with that one. Enter our target URL And I lost it. So, oh, there we go. Copy link. Okay. Now we have our links. We're going to put them where they go properly. And we'll use that one. And our target URL. And that's all there is to the header and footer. Next, we're going to go to our site settings. We're going to enter a message. Enter our button link, same as our target. Open a new tab, all pages. So you have that. So, going to come down here, and our keyword for a news feed keyword, mono dental implants. We're going to have a feed title, icon. I don't mess with any of those, and I'm just going to add it in. I'm going to have to keep pulling it down. So at this point, I'm ready to generate some content. I just need to give it a title. Now, be careful, because we were working on page 5 and not page 1. See that? So be very careful where you're at with it. So, mono dental implants. Now notice the site title is mono dental implant cost, because that's the keywords people are going to search for. So again, we go to our news feed. Add our news feed. There's a step that we're leaving out. I need to do mono dental implants. Remember how we named everything? We made that name specific when we created some of our docs. We created stuff back in our tools. So we're going to ask the software to find some of this, and we'll be able to add it right into the software itself, into our content. It says it's already finished. Okay. Well, in that case, let's go to our content. And we're going to see. And we got a doc. Didn't get a calendar. Oh, that's why. What a wrong account. Let's do this again. Okay, now we're going to go into our calendar. Still doesn't want to let me do it. There we go. Let's see. Now, we're going to move things around. Embed code's always going to stay at the bottom. We'll put our slides between some images. Document between images. So, now, we're going to generate our content for our first page. Then I'm probably going to pause this after a little while so you don't see me have to do 5 pages. We'll shorten the video length a little bit if we can. Okay. Now, this is the main article, which is a little bigger. So we're going to put it somewheres about right there. Well, let's split up the 2 images. Let's do it that way. There we go. So we're off to the second page. Again, this page is titled the same as our site title. So dental implants costs. Target URL. Now, we'll put a couple images in. There we go. And after this page, I'll pause and come back on when we got page 5 ready. There we go. So that one's ready. Pause the video. Okay, guys. We've got page 5 ready, done. I've got a couple images, slides, another embed code, content article, main article. We're looking like we're about ready. So we're going to go ahead and upload. Let me get my phone ready. So, and anytime you see this, it just disappears because it's filling there. But it's actually right there. So I just want to warn you about that. Make sure you're in your right account that you want to use. Upload. And it's uploading 10 of 18 as far as the images go. And there goes my pop-up to tell me that they want to see, make sure it's me. Yes, it's me. There it goes. So from there, we'll be good to go. And this can be a little fun to watch. It really can be. And it'll do your title, which is also a link out. Content. Content. Here comes our artist feed. Now we get to watch it go run through the pages. It'll add everything in the way we set it up. "25 events left." If you always can look at the bottom left and you'll see where you're at. It'll tell you how many events are left to complete. Which I like. And you can look on your right side, you can see the pages it's completed and what page it's on. And it looks like we're on our last page. Let's see. All right. And there's our feed. So that should be pretty much a footer and then a wrap up. There's our footer. Now, it will also pop up, give you your URL, and it'll also pop up so you can see it. It'll open that site up. And give it half a second. There we go. So it popped up on the browser. Which browser did it pop up on? Looks like it closed too. Okay. So, if you'd like to see it, we'll cut and paste it Something wrong with that browser. I was having a problem with it yesterday. It wouldn't stay open. So we'll do it this way so you can actually see it. This is what your site looks like. You can go on any of these pages. You can click here to visit. You have your little logos here. Content, forms. Again, you have your footer with a link. So, from here, you can still edit by going to sites.google, and you can find this and edit anything you'd like. I tend to add images where they didn't pull, and once in a while I'll see some of that. I don't know why. Other ones I think need to be a little bigger. Make your page look a little nicer. So, with that, we're going to go back to the software real quick. And we're going to go back into sites. Now we could save this at this point. I might as well just do it. Save. So it's saved. I can pull it back up. But I want to go into one site creator. Discuss mono. Now, I could get an error code because I already finished building the site. So, I'm hoping it won't do that. But it's not a good practice to run back to back. So, that being said, okay, guys, we're going to cover what I've done here. This is the one-click creator. So I wrote in discuss mono dental implants and traditional implants and advantages of mono dental implants over traditional, such as no surgery needed and the same day in and out with no wait time. So that's what the basis of the website will be. So on the images, I told them to use the loaded images we already had. Target URL and keywords. We put my keyword list in here, which I put quite a few. How many pages should we generate? And I put 5 extra elements. This is new. I put a Q&A panel, YouTube links, scholarly links, embed article schema. And then we get to the one-click button. As I said before, I could get an error because I've already run the software to create a site, and I'm using some of that over here. But I'm going to show you how to use it. So we're going to go ahead and click AI and see what we get. We're in the right account, so we'll see what we get. But that's how you operate it. One way, whether you have you run it traditional first or not. This will allow you to do a one-click creation if I've done it correctly. So there, it put our content in there. Well, we're running. Let's see what we get. Oh, and if you notice, and I meant to say this before, I put down 5, but it creates 6 when you list 5. And so the AI creates the titles for the pages themselves, which is kind of handy. And it's just lickety-split going through there, creating everything. As you can see, it's already on page 4. So we've got 2 more pages. Now we're on page 5. So it's moving along just right smartly. I've made 4 or 5 pages up with the one click, and they turn out pretty nice. So we're about to go into the final stage here real quick. Better get my phone ready. Oh, no. I would have thought it finished by now on this page, but it hadn't quite finished. There we go. Task was canceled. Huh. So evidently it probably timed out. Now, let's see if it's going to upload on its own. I'm not seeing my taskbar run, so I'm going to go ahead and tell it to upload. So it'll create our jobs list. Let's see, let me pause that. Resume. Yes, it's me. So, we'll let it run through.
What are you doing?
I'll finish my demo. So as you can see, we're just lickety split there. We're on page 2 of 6. So, this is what your one click does. Now you'll actually get to see the actual site. Come here, boo. And you'll get to see it does a really good job for a one click status. And it's fun to watch, actually. there you go. Okay. Now normally I get there's my pop-up, but it won't stay open. Something wrong with my browser on there. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. We'll see. And we'll pull it over here so we can take a look at it. And there we have it. Not bad for one click. So as you go, you can see different pages that it built, images, and RSS feed. So right there, we're going to bring this to a halt. And enjoy the video.